What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, I want to explain to you guys my thoughts on the market. Guys, I want to play this clip for you so you guys can get a quick context of what my thoughts are and what some really smart people are talking about. Let's go ahead and play this clip.
I have a couple things to say. So I've only been a buyer. I haven't sold a single Solana token, and so we are net buyers, and we're buying a bunch of stuff. But I hate acknowledging that, and this is why my tone was more non-committal when we did the pod. Is that I really don't like this culture that's emerged via Twitter mostly, where you all of a sudden have to be this maximalist that basically falls on their sword and never sells in order to be legitimate. And I think that that's a really dangerous place to be. So, look, if I take a
Why is that dangerous?
well, if I take a much bigger step back, let me put Solana in the context of crypto, and let me put crypto in the context of the markets and where we are today at the end of the week after Q3 earnings in November of 2021. We have the stock market at absolute all-time highs.
Ripping.
We have crypto at absolute all-time highs.
Ripping.
We have the art markets. I don't know if you guys saw Phillips and Christie's and Sotheby's this past week at absolute all-time highs.
Sold another people for $25 million.
We have inflation at a 30-year high. We have 10-year break-evens at a 25-year high. We have 1 point some odd trillion dollars that we just approved last week, and we're still horse trading on another 1.8 trillion dollars of stimulus that we're going to put in. And so then you have, I think the most important thing, which is the two most important founders of our generation, the two smartest people who have really consistently won, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, have collectively sold more than $11 billion of their holdings this year alone. And if you can't take all of that and decide for yourself what's right for you and your family, you're doing yourself a disservice. I think it's important for me to never sort of be forced to tell folks whether I'm buying or selling, although I'm willing to do it in moments where I think it's important. But I think it's really important to understand the context. And so I think these folks that think derisively about individuals who are managing risk, I think it's really naive, and I think it creates a lot of missed opportunity for them as well. If the smartest people in the world are now selling their core holdings that they told you they would never sell, and you are not reconsidering your position on things, you're either much smarter than them or you're being really, really reckless.
All right, there you have it.
Did you guys hear that? Just let that sink in. If someone's telling you hey, you're a paper hand because you're selling, or hey, you're a turd one because you're selling. Well, no, that's not the case. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. I want to show you guys a couple of charts. I just want to show you guys a couple of charts. This is this is probably the only chart I'm really going to go off of right now. There are other charts we can look at, but I mainly want to focus on Bitcoin because Bitcoin, quote unquote, is the market. But I want you to look at this chart, look at it really, really close. What do you guys notice that is similar? Okay, so we had this little position thing. Okay, yeah, we had that there too. Cool. Okay, then we had our first big time pop up. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we had our big time pop up. Then we had a nice little drop back. It was a little bit nicer over here. But what you notice, it was just a little bit higher high, which is weird, right? So then we had another bit higher high. That's odd. And then we had a nice sell-off and a nice sell-off here. So what comes after a second higher high? Typically a third higher high. Now the third higher high. So what's going to happen after the third higher high? I don't know. It could take off. It could go to the moon. But Chamath has some really, really good thoughts and points that he is pointing out. Look, two of the richest people on planet Earth who make very, very smart decisions are selling more stock and more shares than they ever had. Period. Is something brewing in the stock market? Is something brewing in the markets? I know this is going to sound goofy, but just when you go to the store, just notice supply chains. Notice how there are a lot of supplies still missing. How are we still missing supplies? The quote unquote virus is really not going on as much as it was, but yet people are still shut down. Are they using it as an excuse for higher prices, or can they really not get the junk? Or is the government artificially doing this? I don't know, guys. These are just my thoughts, but you see this, and it's kind of concerning. You should position yourself accordingly. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you have all your money on the line, and we're at all-time highs for crypto, all-time highs for stocks, basically all-time highs for real estate, basically all-time highs in inflation. Guys, basically everything is at all-time highs. Like, even wages are at all-time highs. How can this sustain? We need a reset. Just my thoughts, not financial advice. I just have a weird feeling. Just wanted to make this video so you guys can see what my thoughts are. But anyways, guys, if you guys are all in at this point and you're at all-time highs, there's nothing wrong taking profits. How good would you feel if you just saw it get a nice haircut of 50% and you're able to buy it back lower? Or you could also feel bad because you sell it and then it goes up 10x. I don't know. You don't have to sell it all. You can choose a little bit. I mean, look, they have a saying called pigs get fed and hogs get slaughtered. Okay, do you want to be a pig or do you want to be a hog? Hogs, they get really, really fat and then they get slaughtered. I mean, easy come, easy go. If you get money really, really quick and easy, it's going to go very, very fast. That's why I really don't like the Ponzi farms, because some of them you can make a ton of money, but it's a game of luck. Literally, you keep throwing and throwing and throwing, and eventually you'll get one farm that'll just wreck everything. So everything that you earn is gone. So what is the point of earning a bunch of money if you can't keep it? Money earned is not the same as money that you take away. What do I mean by this? Well, some people can say, bro, I'm up 10x. Did you lock in those profits? No, I didn't, man. It's going to go up another 10x. Okay, well, then you really aren't up 10x. Or if you can have someone that says, bro, I just made 10x my gains and I did lock them in. And then you go on the next Ponzi farm. Well, there goes your 10x. Well, let's see what happens. You just got to be careful out there, guys. If you don't know where the yield's coming from, you typically are the yield. Just wanted to get this on your radar. This is my thoughts of the market. I'm not bearish. I'm not bullish. I'm just farming in the market. If you guys want to know what strategies and what I'm doing in the markets, you guys can join the Discord and see what I'm doing. Of course, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It is just what I'm doing. And as always, guys, stay safe, have fun farming, and let's go ahead and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 14, verses 10. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. That's so true, man. So true. So I know you're asking yourself, like, what the snap does this mean? Okay, well, let's break it down like this. Each heart knows its own bitterness. Okay, so some things make me more bitter than something would make for you. So say, for example, I don't like almonds. Almonds make me really bitter, or the way, I don't know, my sister talks to me, or the way my friend talks to me. I don't like it. It makes me bitter. However, the way they talk to someone else, it may not make them bitter. Same thing with joy. Like, I love ice cream, but you may hate ice cream. So in my heart is ice cream gives me joy. And for you, it's like, it gives me really bad gas. But anyways, you get the point. So guys, I wanted to make this video just to kind of, I'm starting to notice people are getting really, really greedy. The fear and greed index is like nuts and ham. We're seeing all these Olympus Dow forks popping up. I mean, all kinds of garbage going on. And we just had the dog coin pump. And I mean, two of the smartest people in the world are selling more than they've ever sold. It's got to be saying something. I don't know, guys. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Y'all guys can also catch me on tweeters. It's at Rent a Home Fast. Like literally, at Rent a Home Fast.